8 founders who ruined their companies. Hey there, fabulous internet dwellers. Are you ready for a wild ride through the land of epic fails and facepalms? Buckle up, because today we're diving into the world of some of the most astonishing business blunders made by CEOs who, let's just say, should have stuck to their day jobs. So grab your popcorn, prepare your face for some serious cringing, and let's jump into the roller coaster of what not to do in the business world. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell to stay updated on all our latest content. Now, without further ado, let's get this party started. Number 1. Michael Dell. Dell. The first founder on our list is none other than Michael Dell, who at just 19 years old started Dell Computers. Once the largest computer systems provider in the world, Dell has now seen better days. In 2007, Michael Dell returned as CEO, only to watch the company continue to struggle in the PC market. While Dell's worldwide PC market share fell from 15.9% in 2006 to 10.7% in 2012, Michael Dell's wallet only grew heavier. Settling SEC charges that he misrepresented Dell's financials, he made a whopping $21 million during the company's last 3 combined fiscal years. But what's a founder to do when their company is floundering? Well, in Michael Dell's case, he orchestrated the largest leveraged buyout since the 2008 financial crisis, going private for a cool $24.4 billion. Not bad for a guy who couldn't keep up with the rapidly changing world of personal computing, am I right? Number 2. Aubrey McClendon, Chesapeake Energy. Next up is Aubrey McClendon, the notorious founder of Chesapeake Energy. Known for his lavish compensation packages and extreme bets on his company's performance, McClendon was paid $100 million in 2008 alone, and more than $57 million between 2009 and 2011. But his penchant for borrowing money and making risky deals would ultimately lead to his downfall. In 2012, Reuters reported that McClendon had borrowed $1.1 billion against his stake in the company's natural gas and oil wells. And if that wasn't enough, he was also running a $200 million hedge fund from within company headquarters. Conflict of interest, anyone? McClendon stepped down as chairman and resigned as CEO in 2013, leaving a legacy of questionable financial decisions behind him. Number 3. Martha Stewart. Martha Stewart Living Omni Media. Martha Stewart, the queen of homemaking, is no stranger to controversy. Her company, Martha Stewart Living Omni Media, has been losing money for years, and Stewart herself has been paid more than $20 million between 2009 and 2011. You might think that with all that cash, she'd be able to turn the company around, but no such luck. Despite her company's financial struggles, Stewart has remained in control, thanks to her 86.7% voting share. As a result, she has managed to secure a contract to continue as the founder and chief creative officer until 2017. In the meantime, her company has faced executive turnover, with 5 CEOs and CFOs coming and going since its inception. But hey, at least Martha's still getting paid, right? Number 4. Mike Lazaridis, the BlackBerry blunder. In 1984, Mike Lazaridis co-founded Research in Motion, or RIM, the company behind the iconic BlackBerry smartphone. For years, BlackBerry was the go-to device for professionals and government officials, thanks to its secure email service and full QWERTY keyboard. However, the introduction of the iPhone in 2007 and the subsequent rise of Android smartphones shook the market, and BlackBerry failed to adapt. Under Lazaridis' leadership, the company dismissed the touchscreen and app-based innovations of its competitors as passing fads. BlackBerry's inability to keep up with consumer demands led to a sharp decline in market share, with its global smartphone market share dropping from around 20% in 2009 to less than 1% in 2017. The once dominant company was eventually sold to Fairfax Financial Holdings in 2013, and Lazaridis stepped down as co-CEO in 2012. Number 5. Angelo Mazzillo, Countrywide Financial Collapse. Angelo Mazzillo co-founded Countrywide Financial in 1969, which grew to become the largest mortgage lender in the United States. Under Mazzillo's leadership, the company profited immensely during the housing boom, thanks in part to its aggressive subprime lending practices. However, when the housing market crashed in 2007, Countrywide's risky lending practices were exposed, and the company found itself at the center of the financial crisis. The collapse of the subprime mortgage market led to Countrywide's demise, and in 2008, Bank of America acquired the company in a fire sale. Mazzillo's role in the financial crisis did not go unnoticed. In 2010, he agreed to a settlement with the SEC, which included a $67.5 million fine and a lifetime ban from serving as an officer or director of a public company. Mazzillo's leadership and aggressive risk-taking ultimately led to the downfall of Countrywide and contributed significantly to the global financial crisis. Number 6. Andrew Mason, Groupon's rapid decline. In 2008, Andrew Mason co-founded Groupon, an online platform offering daily deals and discounts on local goods and services. Groupon quickly gained popularity, and by 2011, the company went public with a valuation of $12.7 billion. However, Groupon's rapid growth was unsustainable, and the company struggled to retain both customers and merchants. Mason's leadership style was often seen as immature and unprofessional, and he made questionable decisions, such as turning down a $6 billion acquisition offer from Google in 2010. Additionally, Groupon faced accounting issues and was forced to restate its revenue in 2011, shaking investor confidence. Groupon's stock price plummeted, and in 2013, Mason was fired as CEO. The company's valuation dropped to a fraction of its peak, and it continues to struggle in the highly competitive daily deals market. Mason's leadership and decision-making played a significant role in Groupon's rapid decline. Number 7. Dov Charney, the fall of American Apparel. In the late 1980s, a young entrepreneur by the name of Dov Charney began selling t-shirts from his dorm room at Tufts University. Little did he know that his humble beginnings would lead to the birth of a global clothing brand, American Apparel. Flash forward to 2008, and the company had grown to include over 6,700 employees and 197 stores worldwide. It seemed as though Dov Charney had built an empire, but trouble was brewing beneath the surface. Charney's leadership style left much to be desired, with numerous allegations of sexual harassment and workplace misconduct filed against him. In 2011, he was accused of choking a store manager and rubbing dirt in his face, among other shocking claims. While Charney denied all allegations, the damage to his reputation and the company's image was done. But that wasn't the only problem American Apparel faced. In 2009, a quarter of the company's downtown Los Angeles manufacturing facility workers were found to be illegal immigrants, leading to further controversy and financial strain. The once thriving company began to crumble under the weight of these scandals and financial difficulties, resulting in an operating loss in the last 12 months for which financial statements have been released. Dov Charney's actions and lack of effective leadership ultimately led to the demise of his own creation, American Apparel. Number 8. Richard Schulze, the Best Buy debacle. In 1966, Richard Schulze founded a humble electronics store called Best Buy. Over the years, the company grew into a retail giant, with thousands of stores across the United States. However, as the retail landscape shifted towards e-commerce, Schulze's failure to adapt would lead to the company's downfall. Best Buy found itself struggling to compete with online retailers like Amazon, as customers increasingly used the stores as showrooms to browse products before buying them cheaper online. Revenue began to decline, and in the most recent quarter, the company reported a $10 million loss. The once dominant electronics retailer now had a share price 1/3 of what it was 5 years prior. Schulze's leadership was also called into question when a scandal involving then-CEO Brian Dunn came to light. An internal investigation found that Dunn had engaged in an inappropriate relationship with another employee, and Schulze had knowledge of the affair but failed to report it to the board. As a result, Schulze announced his retirement from the board, leaving his company in turmoil. These 8 founders serve as cautionary tales of the potential pitfalls of leadership and the importance of putting the company's interests before their own. From Dell's financial misrepresentation to Charney's misconduct at American Apparel, these founders ultimately caused the decline or downfall of their companies. It's essential for entrepreneurs and leaders to learn from these mistakes and strive for transparency, innovation, and responsible decision-making in their own ventures.